We want to share that so that everyone can adopt it.
Well, you do have a gift for sharing, because I have to tell you, just before we came in for the interview, and you spoke at our general session, we had a one-word tweet, which is the only time we've ever had a one-word tweet, and it was brilliant. So that's someone after your session just tweeted, brilliant.
I want to share a story of why I'm so passionate about what I teach. Supply chain isn't an I, right? That sounds selfish, doesn't it? It's a T. Excellent. I want to challenge you today to think just a little bit differently about outsourcing and how you structure your deals. And I began to look at this problem of how to buy better in a neutral environment, where I could come and look at the interactions, the actual deal structures, the management structures, and see how could we improve it. So in the early days of Microsoft, I had the opportunity to help them outsource some of their early outsourcing efforts. I was a very good checker player because I would sit across the table. So I would be sitting across from you, you're my service provider, and I'd say, gosh, I need that just a little bit cheaper. And if I won, I'd put a checker in my pocket.
Vested interest in each other's success. I get really excited as an educator when my students call and they tell me the success that they've had with their with application of the vested outsourcing program that we teach. We hosted the CEO of Megatech Oregon, Scott Schroeder, and he called me up on the phone and he goes, you know, I read this funny book and I think it sounds good, but it looks like it's for big companies. And I said, come and try it. And I guarantee you're going to walk away and be able to apply the concepts in your little company. And he did, and he took the concepts to his top 3 customers that were normally applied and studied in very large outsourcing deals, $100 million plus deals, and he's doubled his revenue with his top 3 clients. So that is real, that is impact, and that's exciting for me as an educator, that I can not only get feedback like that from a $5 million company, but the big companies as well are having amazing impact and taking the lessons, applying them, and creating a better way to outsource. I think one of the real benefits that the University of Tennessee offers
business
to
results
students
or outcomes, outcome-based thinking. When we succeed in business, the service provider wins. This is where we get the term vested from, vested outsourcing, because the service provider and the buyer have a vested interest in achieving the business outcomes. So our deal structures need to be win-win, and they need to be looser with regards to the statement of works and drive accountability instead of prescriptions around the activities. So we get into this philosophy of saying we want innovation, but we don't have governance structures, we don't have reward mechanisms that allow us to actually buy innovation. Go run with it, right? You're creating that vision like we learned of yesterday. So what's in it for we, not what's in it for me. What's in it for we is the new economics, the new negotiation strategies for the 21st century if you want to create value. You have to put your money where your mouth is and buy innovation and craft these deal structures. The significant problems we face today cannot be solved with the same level of thinking we were at when we created them. So if you have some desired outcomes, it maybe, just maybe, you can think differently about how you structure your deals.